Great day, and great blessings, everyone. Welcome to the midday moment. I'm so delighted to share with you here in the midday moment. Listen, just as you need your physical exercises so that your body can show up and work for you and not against you, you need your spiritual exercises so that your soul can show up and work for you and not against you. We call your soul your thoughts, your intellect, all of the information that you've accumulated, medium, high, low, good, bad, indifferent, all of that intellect that you've accumulated over life, that you then filter those thoughts through, your heart, your intuition, your feeling, your quiet knowing, your energy in motion, your thoughts, your intellect, your feelings, and your will, how you now act it all out. We call that the soul. And baby, that soul needs some exercise. You hear me? The soul needs to be exercised. And so the midday moment is committed to supporting you doing your soul work. All right. Right now, we've been sitting with affirmations. And so I am going to share with you the affirmation of the day. There are so many different ways that we can describe the soul work. And sometimes I review just different definitions that we use to describe soul work. Today, we're just going to really walk into the work of affirmations, okay? And I'd say small. This is one part. I'll just say one part of a larger toolkit encyclopedia that is masterful and it's so potent. I was working with the word small, like this is a small portion of it, but I'm gonna tell you, however small or however you measure this, is potent. Working these affirmations is so potent. So we've been working with affirmations from this catalog of affirmations. It's called Kingdom 365 because there's an affirmation for every day, and we can just recycle. We can pull one up or create a new one for leap year. But this is Kingdom Affirmation 365. Every day has an affirmation. It's written by Dr. Gerard R. Pulley. I certainly recommend you get a copy. And you can do so via email doctor Pulley, Pulley. Okay. Dr. Pulley at gmail.com. We call it kingdom for various reasons. Normally, I summarize to say kingdom refers to this royal priesthood that each of us is a part of. It doesn't mean we treat each other like it. It doesn't mean we act like it. But the truth, the highest part of us, we are part of a kingdom royal. We're part of a royal priesthood. We're part of a kingdom, a royal priesthood that has a system of being, a system, a way of being, a system of thinking, hearing, and speaking, and listening, and seeing. And so I work these affirmations as a larger part of this kingdom study. All right. Now you do what works for you. I'm just sharing what works for you. I'm living my best life. And living my best life does not mean I don't have some ouches and some oohs and some ooh, ooh, ooh. But I'm telling you what, I overcome on purpose. So I share with you the way I overcome on purpose because I don't run from my questions. I run to them, baby. Okay. I run to my questions, not run from them. When you run from your questions, it leads to things like oppression, depression. It leads to addiction because you're running from what needs to be dealt with. So it leads to addiction. And I can say I've been overcoming what I think can be, in maybe even a modest form, food addiction, because I have eaten my way through trauma. We ask the question sometimes. I love when when our spiritual leader asks the question, what are you eating? Why are you eating? When are you eating? And what's eating at you? That what's eating at you, baby. There's something right there. And so I don't run from my questions. I'm learning how to not run from them, but to run to them, run into them so that I can overcome on purpose. I live on purpose. I have a plan for my health, my body. Yes, I treat myself, but I got a plan. I'm working on some things. I'm down 10. I was down 12. I got a little greedy, so I got to get back on it. Okay, I'm not down. I'm not aiming to lose weight to fit into an image that somebody else has of me. I'm losing weight to fit into my image and to support me living my best life. So I got a plan for my body. I got a plan for my relationships. I do. I'm funny. about where I give my time, talent, and energy. I'm funny about it. I got a plan for it, okay? Because I need to make sure that I'm intentional about my conversations and my fellowship and with positive people and my networking. Yes, and my mentorships. I got a plan, all right? And I got a plan for my money. So I overcome on purpose because I live on purpose. I got a plan for all three of those things. And I live out my purpose. I believe that each of us come into this earthly experience with gifts, talents, and sensitivities to help us answer the question, why am I here? Why did I get through that? Why did I survive? What's the point? What's the point of me dealing with all of this and overcoming? Okay. All right. So this is one of the ways that I overcome on purpose, live on purpose, and live out my purpose. Right here, baby. Day 237. Day 237. When I opened day 237, I said, you got to be kidding me right now. The affirmation for today: I am obedient. See, we all have a light. And oftentimes we say, something told me to go over there. Something told me not to do that. Something told me to call you. Something told me. That something is that knowing. It's that knowing that sits in your gut, that knowing that sits in your belly, that knowing, that light, that supreme light that is above all, beneath all, before, behind all, in front of all. It's also in all. That knowing light right there tells you things. And a part of your success in life is to listen to that knowing. Sometimes we call it Holy Spirit. Sometimes we call it spirit. Sometimes we call it light. Sometimes we call it energy. Sometimes people just say God. Whatever you desire to call that, honey, know it, learn it, work with it, listen to it. I am obedient to that. I'm obedient even when it is inconvenient. I'm obedient even when it's inconvenient. Even when it's inconvenient. Now you as you listen to that knowing that's on the inside of you, you get acquainted with you so you know the voice, like I know that voice. Because until you listen and practice with it, you may do things, but like I thought I heard. So like I say sometimes, you got to know when it's the gas talking, when it's natural air talking, and when it's spiritual air talking. You got to know the difference when it's gas versus when it's spirit talking, when it's light talking to you. And the more fluent you are, the more fluent you become in your conversation with the knowing that is already in you, the more fluent you become, the more consistent you become at then recognizing that voice and being obedient to that voice that's on you, that's inside of you. That's where success is. This hit me today because I have 2 years ago, I relocated to a suite that I've rented out. And it has now, my vocabulary, I recognize it to now have been my healing suite. It's been my healing suite. Now I'm saying that now on this side of knowing. When I first started working with leaving this healing suite that I'm in right now, I was like, and I've done everything I know to do to maintain my healing suite before going on to my next property purchase that I desire. And but I'm being obedient. So I'm being obedient. I am getting ready to locate and return to my family home. And yeah, I'm being obedient. I'm saying it out loud, y'all. As my daughter Katrina likes to say sometimes, you get on here, you tell all your business. Hey, I I I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I got to do this because of what we said yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or actually what we said 2 days. We said it yesterday, but it was for, I think, 235. No, for 230. Oh, 233. When you go within, you never go without. That's where we were for day 233. When you go within, when you follow right consciousness that is in you, Ashanaya. Ooh, I'm about to do some chanting, meditation, and speaking in tongues. When you go within to right consciousness, righteousness, when you go within to righteousness, peace, and joy, that's in you. When you go within, you never go without. That's what helps me to do 237. I am obedient even when it's inconvenient. I went within. I'm listening to what's within so I don't go without. That's essential for me. Because I gotta trust God and the light in me as source. I can't trust these other folks. I can't trust these. I can't put my trust in resources. I must trust in source, light within. I am obedient, even when it's inconvenient. It's not the most convenient thing for me to do right now, but I'm trusting. So I'm giving gratitude for my healing suite for 2 years. I'm giving gratitude for this healing energy that I've been able to sit with and stir up and just marinate in. I'm giving gratitude for that and to that. hmm And I'm going to be obedient even when it's inconvenient. Background is John 14:15. 14 and 15 says, if you love me, keep my commandments. What's funny is right before that, it says, if ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. So I'm like, I desire to stay in my healing suite. Then it says, but if you love me, keep you got to follow. Sometimes you got to follow. You got to read the room. You got to follow what's being dictated to you. That doesn't come with an overnight learning. That comes with practice, doing your spiritual practices, as we said in the introduction. You're practicing your affirmations. You practice sitting with them. You practice connecting the dots with them. It'll bless your life. It'll bless your whole entire life. So I trust going within, so I don't go without. Listen, little bit of a abbreviated than it has been in the past days. But thank you all so much. Blessings to all of the live people who are able to join me live. Blessings to all the replay people. Listen, I'm going to post the flyer. We've got, the Midday Moment is a part of the CAN YouTube channel now. Kingdom Access Network. That's right. Catch me on CAN because Facebook deletes. Okay. So you got to catch me on CAN. All right. And when you go to CAN versus my YouTube, you get a program, you get a broader program of different inspirational opportunities there to be encouraged, to be lifted, to be inspired, to be educated on some, when I say educated, I don't mean we force it. We give you where we are. It's education as we're studying together. We offer you what we're studying right now. I say right now because we're getting a revelation next month and next year. So we give you what we're studying now and give you the option to see what works for you so that you can live your best life. So Kingdom Access Network, we're having a telethon September 26th, and the Midday Moment has been asked to contribute $500 to this initiative, this endeavor, so that we can make sure we got all of the equipment we need. We got all the instrumentation we need. We got everything we need, and we got the people that we need. So we've been so blessed. Our goal is $5,000. That's it, $5,000. So the Midday Moment is responsible for 500. I am committing 100. And so I'm asking those of you that are blessed by the Midday Moment to share it with me. And so I am so thankful for any and all the times that you may share with me just because. And I have a Cash App. I'll put it in here. It's in here. If it's not in here, I'll make sure it's in there. I have a Cash App, $ DavinaJPhD. All right, that's my Cash App. And I got a Zelle, davinajphd at Gmail. And so I welcome any of your contributions just broadly. Thank you so much. It's such an encouragement. I do it for me because I need to live my best life, but then I yield to the call to do it out loud. And that's why I come on here telling my business. All right. So I thank you for being a blessing to me. Specifically, if you desire to be a blessing for our $500 telethon commitment, then you can use those same opportunities there. And if you desire to give directly to, I think we can give directly to Kotek. We'll make sure you have that information too. All right. I love you. I bless you. Thank you all so much for being with me. Y'all have a wonderful day. You don't have to be stingy. You can like and share. And remember, you go within, so you don't have to be without. When you learn to go within and you trust the voice within, you can be obedient to that voice for your good. You can be obedient to it no matter how inconvenient it is. All right.